Hello, this is Steve Pavel from DSD Business System, and I am going to provide another example of how Sage Intelligence can help streamline and make your accounting department more effective. Little background on me: I am used to be a CPA and used to perform financial audits, and I've been working with Sage 100, formerly known as Mass 90, for over 30 years, starting in 1991. And Sage Intelligence, if you're new to it, I view it as one of the best things that Sage has released in the past 10 years. It is a very powerful tool because it combines the capability to query the Sage 100 databases with SQL commands and language, and combines that with all the power that is available in Excel. I sometimes refer to Sage Intelligence as an extension of Sage 100 into Excel. So we're going to look at a inventory aging report in this video. All right, so let's get into the report. All right, so in Sage Intelligence, it works similar to other reports on the menu in that the company that you're in when you launch the task is whose data you're going to get. So I'm in this DSD demo company, and I'll go ahead and launch the Sage Intelligence Report Manager. And when you go to run a Sage Intelligence report, it is best to not have other Excel workbooks open. That will make the report quicker, and it also is less likely you're going to get errors or messages like Excel is busy. All right, so here's our report. It's in an inventory reports folder, and I call it a DSD inventory aging report. So let's go ahead and run that. So similar to the Sage 100 inventory valuation report, this report is not date sensitive. Okay, so it will be providing you the inventory aging based upon the quantities of what you have at the time that you run the report. So the report's running now. We can see in the upper right and down here that the timer took about 30 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to start by going to the Sage 100 valuation report. So as you see here on the built-in valuation report, you've got a lot of choices here on filtering, and I'm just going to run it sorted by the product line here, and I'll go ahead and preview it. And you notice again that this doesn't ask for any as of date. It's just going to give you the report as of that instant in time. While we're waiting on that, I wanted to mention that this report, the Sage Intelligence report, is designed to work very well so long as your inventory items are FIFO, LIFO, lot, or serial. It doesn't. I tried to make it work with average and standard costs, but since those don't have an actual tier, it's not very reliable for those valuations. So let's just make note of this number. So we got the 3,472,167.20 on our inventory valuation report within Sage. All right, so let's go to the Sage Intelligence report. And you can see I have the raw data. If there's any standard average items, that's going to be on this tab. For any FIFO, LIFO, lot, or serial items, that's on this tab. And then I did a pivot for the average cost items here, showing just quantities, and a pivot for the average or standard cost items here, showing quantity and cost. This particular company, thankfully, doesn't have standard or average. Looks like they might have like one or two items that probably are a mistake that they're set up as average or standard. Okay, but let's move over to the one that's I wanted to cover, which is the FIFO, LIFO lot serial. So again, I have a pivot table here for just the quantities on hand. And the idea here is that maybe you want to share this with the warehouse manager or somebody who really shouldn't have access to what the cost of these items is. But we're going to focus on the other tab, which is the cost. All right, so you see here, similar to the inventory. Well, first of all, let's make sure the number ties out. I'm going to go to the grand total here. And if I highlight all the aging buckets together, we can see we have 3,472,167, which again, that is our, other than 2 cents, that is a match with the Sage report. Okay, so similar to the Sage 100 valuation report, you see that I put in filters, okay, just as examples. So if you wanted to see only inactive items or all items or just the items that are active, we have a filter for that. You wanted to see what's valuation, FIFO versus lot. Maybe you want to see just lot. So you could do that. 5 is lot. So now I'm seeing just the lot-based items. Okay, and so forth. There's, I put a couple of other ones in here. The procurement type. Maybe you have buyer codes or planner codes. Maybe you want to filter it based on who the vendor is. And you can add more filters, remove those and add more filters. Anything that's on this list. Maybe you want to do the cycle code or the categories or the warranty code and so forth. All right, as far as the pivot table itself, you can see at the top level, I have the product line. And then I have the item number description and then the warehouse if you have multiple warehouses within that. So let's just open one of these up. So we'll look at the 200 product line. And then you can see each individual item that's in there. And then you have the aging. I have this built for aging buckets, 6 months and 6 to 12 months, 12 to 18 and so forth. The column on the far right, that does not have a date associated with it. And most likely that's due to over distribution tiers. So let me open up this item. And in this case, they only have the one warehouse. You see here, the warehouse 000. And by the way, you could filter on that too if you have multiple warehouses. So I just want to look at the 000 warehouse as an example. Okay. Let's see what else I want to cover here. Yeah, so the other thing I'll mention, that's your aging with the buckets, and you can compare that to the Sage report. I want to look back at the raw data for the FIFO LIFO lot serial items. And I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the entire worksheet here and do a data filter. Okay, so this tool can also be used for analysis in terms of looking at what warehouses. So this is a way that maybe you can check some of your data integrity. And a classic example of that is if you have issues with dates, you can click the date here, and then you can see if you have any really wild dates. Let's say 2024 or 1950 or something like that, and you know that you got some issues with that, and maybe you want to get those corrected. So it goes beyond just the report. It's actually a tool for helping you analyze your the data within your tables. And you see here in 2017, I do have apparently a really old item. So again, you can analyze any of the data that's presented here on sheet number 1, which is the results of the query here. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and have a good day.